In this episode, we bring you more volleyball updates as Lady Mystics start to get ready for tournament play, a first look at both men and women's basketball as they prepare for the upcoming season, along with a new feature alumni athlete. I'm Levi Holzer, and this is Sports Fix. The volleyball team traveled to Columbus, Nebraska to compete in the Ramada Classic on October 5th and 6th. The first matchup of the tournament, they faced Fort Scott Community College as they would lose 3-1. Kansas City Community College would be the matchup of the tournament as the girls would go 5 sets but end up coming up short, falling 3 matches to 2. In the third matchup, they faced familiar foe Central Community College Columbus, losing 3 matches to 0. The final matchup would be against Colleague County Community College, but Lady Mystics would fall 3 matches to 0. Lady Mystics would come back home to face Dawson Community College and take the match 3-0. They would then go to Wahpeton to face again a tough Wildcat team, going 4 sets but losing 3-1. Lady Mystics hosted the Lady Lumberjacks of Dakota College, winning 3 sets to 0. The girls would then go up to Devils Lake for a tournament to get a weekend sweep, facing Providence College, Central Lakes College Brainerd, Assiniboine College, and Oak Hills College, winning each match 3 sets to 0. On sophomore night, the girls hosted Wilson State, going out on top 3 sets to 0. Tonight at 7, the ladies host Miles Community College in the first round of regionals at the Armory, or you can watch online at bscmystics.com. Winner of the game moves on to the regional tournament in Wahpeton on October 27th and 28th. Men's basketball has started practice for a few weeks already and are eager to start the season with 6 returning sophomores and 11 freshmen.
Well, Austin Slaughter is one of the starters back from last year. And Austin had a really good year last year, and he's going to, one of those kids that will be highly recruited at a fairly high level. Grant Colas was one of the sophomores we had back last year that was injured. One of the 6 key injuries that we ended up, we had 4 starters actually that were injured last year, which really hurt us a lot. But Grant will be a guard that, will be back along with Keewan Johnson from Mina. And, they all had started at one point in time last year. Dion Madler is a transfer from Presentation College from Belfield. Drew Pearson played some last year from Burlington, played up at Burlington. We don't have a great number of sophomores back, so we have, a lot of times your success, especially early on, is, really helps to have those sophomores in the leadership. But the freshmen have to grow up in a hurry and make the adjustment to college basketball if you're going to be successful. They approached our league about coming in and having a tournament there in the beginning of the year, so our first 3 games will be a preseason Mondack tournament. It'll be held in Newtown, and just the way the draw was, how people finished in the league is where they went with the seed of the tournament. So we open up with United Tribes, which is going to be interesting.
In our new feature on Sports Fix, Alumni Athlete, I interviewed BSC Hall of Famer Doug Swenson on his experience here at BSC and continuing on his basketball career. Check it out.
Well, I grew up 100 miles down the road to the west at Halliday, North Dakota. I grew up playing basketball and helping my dad on the ranch and do farming and all that stuff. So, as the seasons went on in high school and junior high, and I just kept growing and getting a little bit better at basketball, and I was lucky enough to catch the eye of Coach Gillis and was a part of his 1995 recruiting class after having a decent high school career. And I'd watched how his teams had played. I mean, they were up tempo, and at the time when I was a senior in high school, he had a couple of guys from Nigeria named Godwin Owinji and Masai Ujiri, and they were both Godwin. For sure, he was getting Division I looks, and Masai was a really good player, and so around them they had local guys like a Chris Gerving and a Jamie Wagner, Eric Morin, guys that I grew up playing against in high school and knowing about. But I saw them how they got up and down the floor, scored a lot of points, and made the game, played the game of basketball the way I think everybody envisions it playing. Everybody wants to play fast, but Coach Gillis, even back then, it was, I mean, if you're a good enough shooter and you're open, go ahead, take the first three that's there, or get it ahead for a layup or a dunk. It was a very entertaining style of play. And Godwin Owinji, he was recruited by many Division I's. He ends up signing at Georgetown, and me being a 6'8" and halfway athletic, seeing that, it really showed me that a guy could get to that level from Bismarck State. A guy could come here for 2 years and impress some people and get a chance to go on and play at a Division I level. And the campus was great. It was a great atmosphere. The Bismarck-Mandan community's always been great. It's there's those two things, the school, and then you top that off with the basketball program. It's it was, for me at the time, it was just a complete package, and it was, like I said, Bismarck was a great town. I looked forward to coming to the school and playing for Coach Gillis, and just one of those things that I tell people, if I could have played here for 4 years, I would have. A person thinks they know what it's all about, but you go from a small Class B school like Halliday, you move up to playing college basketball at Bismarck State, and then you start getting recruited by these Division I schools that you see play in the NCAA tournament, and by coaches who you've heard of, and you see them play on ESPN. It was eye-opening. It was eye-opening, and you enter it with a bit of awe. You're not sure. You're supposed to ask questions. Okay, how? But it's really eye-opening, and I'm really thankful I had Coach Gillis, kind of having my back and helping me through the process. It was really interesting going through that recruiting process. The programs that BSC has here are I don't know, second to none. But it's the community, the school, and the relationships in the athletic department. I think it's I'm 41 years old now, so it's been over 20 years since I've been here, and I still have the relationship with the school and with Coach Gillis, and I'm developing a relationship with the newer coaches. So I get back to the community and in the school. They're great places to choose. Bismarck State College, the relationships. It was 24 days in training camp when I was there under contract, and they were the worst team in the league. But there were still guys off their championship teams like Tony Kukoc and Dickie Simpkins, and like Coach Tex Winter, the father of the triangle offense. He just passed away this week, and he was still there. So it was great to be around guys like that. Don Haskins, the coach of the 1966 Texas Western basketball team that won the national championship, he was around, in training camp that year. So just being able to really just meet guys that are, forefathers of the game of basketball. Even though it was only 24 days, it was quite an experience, and I'd go from there and I'd play a couple years of minor league basketball in Las Vegas, and then I returned home to Ranch, and it took its course. I had my chances, and I had a really good agent, but I guess that tug to be home and going to business with my parents was too strong, and I'm glad I did. I got to experience a lot through basketball. I saw the other side. I saw the business side of things, and then it was nice to return home and get into another line of work.
The women's basketball team has not only star practice, but have also had a green and white scrimmage to show the talents of this year's squad. Sophomore Billy Wilhelm is pretty excited for the upcoming season.
We played presentation. That was a good experience. At that level, it's a lot faster paced game, so it kind of helped us get prepared. And so far, we've been working on that a lot in practice, just fast break basketball. It's kind of nice going to those scrimmages because it helps get the nerves out. So going to that Montauk conference, it won't be like our first game where we're all freaking out. So we already kind of have experience being on the court together, gelling with certain groups, and we have a really good, fun, and energetic group that brings a lot of good things to the team. It's kind of hard to get them prepared because they obviously don't know what it's like yet, and there's only 2 of us, but with a lot of our practice and just fast-paced drills, working on the offense, that just seems to help a lot, and they're already in it. They're good, and they've been working hard. So the freshmen are super easy to play with. They share the ball, and it's really good inside-out game, and it's been fun so far. We've all gelled really well on the court and off the court. Preseason was really hard. We ran a lot, but that helped us get in shape, and then obviously coming to the court, it's just a different place and mentality, but practice has been good so far. It's been hard, but we're just getting in shape and getting our drills down.
The volleyball team held their annual Pink Night against Dawson Community College to help benefit for Women's Way of North Dakota in the Bismarck-Mandan area. Here's more on that story.
Pink. Sure, it's a color, but in October it has more meaning than that. On October 10th, the BSC volleyball team held their annual Pink Night against Dawson Community College to help raise money for Women's Way of North Dakota. There was a raffle drawing, shirts for $10, and a $1 serving contest to help pay for breast and cervical cancer screenings.
For our breast cancer awareness match, all proceeds from tonight's match, including the gate, t-shirt sales, raffle tickets, 50-50 raffle, and our serving contest money, all go to our local Women's Way chapter organization here in Bismarck-Mandan.
For more information on Women's Way of North Dakota, you can visit their website at www.ndhealth.gov/Women's Way. Reporting for Mystic Media, I'm Levi Holzer.
That's it for this episode of Sports Fix. Tune in for the next episode for updates on the basketball teams as they compete in the Mondac preseason tournament at the Four Bears Casino and Lodge Event Center in Newtown, North Dakota, and how the volleyball team finished their season strong. I'm Levi Holzer, signing out.